Hello students. In our last lecture we have seen the building algorithm method for formulation of Z-bus matrix. So let us recall again what is building algorithm method. So the building algorithm method for formulation of Z-bus matrix is says that if any element into the system is added, let us me write any element is added into the system then there are two possibilities. If any element is added into the system, then there are two possibilities. The first one is the chance of new bus creation. A new bus may be created, and the second one is new bus may not be created. Okay. So the chance of new bus created, and the second one is new bus may not be created. So here the new bus is created if the element which is added into the system is tree branch. If it is tree branch, then there is a chances of new bus creation into the system. Okay, and new bus may not be created if the element which is added into the system is co-tree link. So if it is a co-tree link, then there is no possibility of new bus creation into the system. Okay, again these two parameters are divided into further two classification. So the first one is here. The first one is addition of tree branch from new bus to reference bus. Addition of the tree branch which is from new bus to reference bus. So, and the second possibility is the addition of tree branch from new bus to old bus. Okay, here also there are two possibilities. The first one is addition of link between or I can say co-tree link between addition of co-tree link between old bus to reference bus. And the second possibility is addition of co-tree link between two old buses. That means I can write old bus to old bus. So total four possibilities, or I can say four modification will be carried out if the new element is added into the system. Now let me explain what do you mean by addition of new element into the system. So as we all know, the day by day industrial growth and population is increased, and that's why the energy demand is goes on increasing. So because of this reason we need to upgrade or install more capacity of our power system. So for that we need to install a new generating station, generator, or you can say new transmission line. So if such kind of updation is carried out into the existing power system, then after this updation what will be the our new Z bus matrix will be carried out or examined using this step by step or building algorithm method. Okay, so we will see all these four types of modification and its mathematical equations. Okay, so let us start with a very first modification, which is type 1 modification. I will write whole statement, but the title of the theory is type 1 modification. Okay, so in type 1 modification, the statement is, I can say, just equal the previous theory. It is addition of tree branch ZS. ZS means the self impedance of that newly added element. Okay, addition of tree branch ZS from new bus Q to reference bus. Okay, so type 1 modification, where we have considered that the addition of tree branch ZS from new bus Q to reference bus. So let us understand our mathematical process of this type of modification. So the first one is, let us consider n bus system or network. Consider n bus system where the n number of buses are connected. Bus number 1, 2, I, K, up to n number of buses, and here it is the reference bus of your system. So here the figure 1 shows the generalized power system diagram, where we have considered the n number of buses are connected into the system. So let us just write the equation, voltage equation for such kind of network. So just recall the basic. V is equal to Z into I. So using this basic equation, just write down the whole equation in matrix form for this network. So I can write here in matrix form for bus number 1 voltage is V1, V2, then next is just follow the number which is written over here into the figure. So Vi, Vk, Vn, and the last one is up to Vn, because we will not consider the voltage of reference bus because it is for our reference. Okay, so here Z bus matrix and the last one is current bus matrix or bus current matrix, which is I1, I2, II, Ik up to the In. And here I will write the elements of the bus impedance matrix for this network or for figure number 1. So which is Z11, 12, 1I, 1K up to Z1N, 21, 22, 2I, 2K, 2N. Same way for the ith bus, which is Z I1, I2, II, Ik, and IN. IN. Then Z K1, K2, Ki, Kk, and Kn. Same way for the n bus, we can write N1, N2, Zni, Nk, and the last element which is Znn. Clear? So from this network or from this figure and from this bus admittance matrix, we can say that, or we can conclude that the size of bus impedance matrix, yes, I will write over here in generalized form. This is your equation number 1. In generalized form, I can write V bus is equal to Z bus into I bus. Clear? Where the size of this bus impedance matrix, it depends on total number of buses into the system. So here we can see that the total number of buses into the system is n. So from this we can write the size of Z bus matrix is n cross n. That means it depends on the total number of buses into the system. So for n bus network, it is n cross n. I hope you have clear up to the equation number 1 or this generalized equation. Now next is just consider Here, as the name suggests, type 1 modification, where we will consider that the addition of tree branch, yes, addition of tree branch ZS from new bus Q to reference bus. So let us consider the new element with the bus number Q is added into the reference bus or connected into the reference bus with the self impedance of ZS. Okay, so let us write down the equation of voltage at bus number Q. As we have all know the voltage at each bus from this matrix, so similarly we have to calculate the voltage at Q bus, which is newly added into the reference bus. So just write down the voltage at Q bus. So VQ is equal to, yes, just look over here, VQ is equal to voltage drop into this bus, which is ZS into IQ. Okay, equation number 2, voltage at bus number Q, which is VQ is equal to ZS into IQ. Now just take or consider this equation number 2 into this equation number 1. That means after addition of this new bus Q into the reference bus, what will be the change in your equation number 1, or I can say what will be the change in your Z bus matrix. So let us consider the equation number 2 into the equation number 1. So for that I will not write, just directly copy this whole equation. Yes, so from equation number 1 and 2, from equation number 1 and 2, let us just consider that you have added the new bus on reference bus. So here we can say that the new voltage VQ, which is added from equation number 2 into your previous matrix, and similarly same way here I can say that the current is added into your existing matrix. Now let us see what is the change in your bus impedance matrix. So the bus impedance matrix will, the old one will remain as it is, but the new one, let me use the different color for the new element. Okay, so the new one will be, yes, just write down over here 1n. The new one will be, just look at over here in equation number 2, we have written the value of voltage over here. Now we need to just write the value of impedance which is added into the system. Okay, here we have also considered the current. So VQ and IQ is already considered in our matrix. Now we need to consider this ZS. So from equation number 2 I can say that if I will substitute the value of equation number 2 into the equation number 1, we have already substituted VQ and IQ. Now I just only need to substitute the ZS. So it will be over here, only the diagonal elements, because there are no any elements are present. As if you wish, you can write for the understanding voltage equation at bus number 1, so you will get an idea. V1 is equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2 plus Z1I II plus Z1K IK plus Z1N IN. So this is the equation of voltage at bus number 1. So if you compare this equation number 2 and 3, so you can easily write the VQ, means voltage at bus number Q, into this matrix. So it will give only the diagonal element, which is I have written over here, and the rest of the parameters for these will be 0. So we can write over here as a 0. Okay, so in generalize, I can say that here for the qth element, or from this equation number 4, I can say that the ZIQ is equal to ZQI, which is equal to 0. That means all the off diagonal elements for the qth bus will be 0 from the equation number 2. Or you can write the condition for I is equal to 1, 2, 3, I, K up to N. Okay, so for these you will get the value of 0, and you will get the ZQQ, which is equal to ZS. That means the self impedance of that bus, which is added into the reference bus. So the generalized equation from the equation number 4 for type 1 modification will be Z bus new, that means after addition of a tree branch ZS into the reference bus, we will get the generalized equation as Z bus old and all the elements are 0, and now the diagonal element, which is ZS. So this is equation number 5 is your final equation for type 1 modification. Okay, so now let us, what is the conclusion of this type 1 modification? Here we have the size of Z bus matrix, which is n cross n over here, but now after addition of the new tree branch ZS from the new bus Q to the reference bus, we will get the updation of size. That means previously the size was n cross n, but now after addition of Q bus onto the reference bus, the size will be updated by n plus 1 cross n plus 1. N plus 1 row and n plus 1 column will be added, so the size will be updated by the 1. So this is the two conclusion you need to remember for type 1 modification. The one is size will be updated, and the second one is equation number 5 after addition of new bus onto the reference bus. I hope you have cleared the derivation of type 1 modification. Okay. In next session we will see the type 2 modification.